All right, welcome to your deep dive. And today we're uh, really going deep, diving into the autobiography of a yogi.
Oh, wow.
Now, when you hear yogi, you might
Right.
think like, oh, pretzel poses, chanting, all that. But trust me,
Right.
this book is so much more than that.
Yeah, it really does go beyond that.
We're talking past lives, miracles,
Mm.
and a really fascinating perspective on Hindu spirituality that you won't find in any textbook.
Yeah, it really is captivating the way this book blends like the personal stuff with the profound stuff. It's not just like, here's some facts about this religion. It's like a lived experience.
Right, exactly. So our mission today is to give you a solid foundation in this book. We'll hit the highlights,
Okay.
all the key events, teachings, all that good stuff
Crazy to pick.
that make this book so compelling.
Mm.
By the end, you'll be able to talk about it with anyone or go even deeper yourself into the parts that really got you thinking. So
That's what I love about these deep dives. It's like a springboard into a whole new world.
exactly.
Mhm.
So let's jump right in. Right from the first page, we meet this young boy who has incredibly vivid memories of a past life as a Himalayan yogi.
Whoa.
Not your typical childhood, right?
Not at all, no.
Okay, so past lives, are we supposed to take this literally?
Well, that's the fascinating thing. The book kind of invites you to consider these possibilities without like forcing you to believe it.
Okay.
And the way the Yogi describes his memories, they're so clear and detailed. It's hard to just dismiss them as like made up, you know?
I see. It definitely adds intrigue from the very beginning.
Yeah.
And then there's this story of how, as a child, he becomes fixated on a picture of Lahiri Mahasaya,
Yeah.
who he later learns was his guru in a previous life.
Right. It's like destiny was already there knocking on his door.
It really is like that.
And speaking of destiny, there's this one story that foreshadows his whole journey into the power of the mind.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, he accidentally gave his sister a boil just by using his words.
Wait, he gave his sister a boil by talking? How is that even...
I know, it's crazy, right? But think about it. Words have power. They can inspire. They can hurt. They can even heal.
Yeah.
And this book explores this idea that our thoughts and intentions have a real impact, especially when focused with yogic discipline.
Okay, now I'm starting to see why this isn't just a mystical fairy tale.
Yeah.
It's about something deeper, something about human consciousness.
Exactly. And even with all these fantastical elements, there's a very human core to the story.
Okay.
Like the yogi's relationship with his mother.
Oh, yeah.
It's so moving. And the way the book recounts her death, the message she leaves for him, it's so deep and tender, like a bond that goes beyond physical limitations.
So it's not all about levitating saints and astral projection.
Yeah.
There's real heart in there, too.
Absolutely. And that's what makes it so relatable.
Right.
Even when he's having these crazy experiences, we see him struggle. We see him long for connection, search for meaning. And this yearning leads him to search for a guru.
Yeah. A spiritual guide, someone to help him navigate everything.
Exactly. And that search wasn't easy.
Yeah, I mean, he tries to run away to the Himalayas as a teenager. Talk about driven.
Yeah, he was relentless in his pursuit of the truth, but his brother, always practical, he stopped that Himalayan adventure.
Okay, but I bet that wasn't the end of the story.
It wasn't. That actually led to him meeting Sri Yukteswar,
Oh, wow.
the guru who would shape his whole life.
That's quite a plot twist.
Yeah.
So tell me about this encounter.
All right.
Was it love at first sight? Spiritually speaking, of course.
You could say that. He describes this instant recognition, this connection. When they met, it was like they were meant to find each other.
I love that.
And this is where he starts his formal training in Kriya Yoga.
Okay, Kriya Yoga.
Yeah.
I've heard the term before, but I'm still a little fuzzy on what it is.
Think of it like a technology for the soul.
Okay.
It uses breathing exercises, meditation techniques, all designed to help you grow spiritually and connect with the divine.
So it's not just about like twisting yourself into a pretzel. There's an actual method to it.
Exactly. It's a science, a way to expand your consciousness.
I like that.
So, what was training like? It was rigorous. Sri Yukteswar demanded a lot from his students.
Yeah.
But there's also this playfulness, this lightness in the stories.
Oh, okay.
Like, there's this anecdote about Sri Yukteswar instantly healing the yogi after he overeats.
Even on the path to enlightenment, there's room for a little indulgence.
Right. And it shows that true spiritual guidance isn't about punishment. It's about compassion, understanding, guiding someone back to balance.
That's really beautiful.
Yeah.
This is where I think the book really connects. It's not about escaping the world.
Right?
It's about finding a deeper connection to yourself and the world around you.
Exactly, even amidst all the chaos of life. And that's a concept we'll explore further
Oh, good.
as we dive into his encounters with saints and miracles.
I can't wait.
his exploration of Maya, and his travels beyond India. Are you ready to dive deeper?
Absolutely. We're just getting started, and I'm already hooked. Let's see what other wonders this book has in store.
Welcome back to the deep dive. We're picking up where we left off with the yogi training with Sri Yukteswar,
Oh, yeah.
really absorbing not just techniques, but a whole new way of seeing things.
And it's about to get even wilder because up next is his encounter with Babaji.
Oh, yeah.
The immortal yogi. I have to admit, the idea of someone living for centuries is pretty mind-blowing.
It really stretches the boundaries of what we think is possible, but that's part of the book's appeal, right?
Yeah.
It makes you question everything you thought you knew.
So who exactly is Babaji, and why is this meeting so important?
Okay, he's more than just some spiritual celebrity. He's almost mythical.
Okay.
This master who's transcended age and death, he guides seekers throughout history, so his appearance is a big turning point for the yogi.
You mentioned guidance. What kind of guidance does he offer? Is he like a cosmic life coach or something?
In a way, but his guidance isn't about worldly success, you
Right.
know? Babaji tells the yogi to go to America and spread the teachings of Kriya Yoga.
Wow, America, that's a big deal.
Yeah, he sees the yogi's potential and wants these teachings to reach a wider audience.
That's a huge responsibility. Traveling to America back then was a big undertaking.
Absolutely, especially coming from a completely different culture.
That must have been daunting.
It was, but the yogi embraces the challenge. He trusts his gurus and believes in a divine plan. It says a lot about his faith.
It does. I'm curious, though, about what's going on inside him at this point. He's about to embark on this huge mission. But before he can, he loses his guru, Sri Yukteswar.
Right.
That must have been so painful, even with all his training.
It was, but even in death, Sri Yukteswar guides him. He appears to the yogi in the astral realm.
Hold on, the astral realm. Can you explain that a little more?
Think of it as a dimension beyond the physical world, a place where your consciousness isn't limited by your body.
Okay.
It's a concept in many traditions, and here it allows Sri Yukteswar to teach him things he couldn't before.
So he's teaching from beyond the grave. What kind of things is he teaching?
He teaches about karma, reincarnation, the soul's journey. It's like he's revealing the mysteries of life and death.
I see. This knowledge would definitely prepare him for America.
Right. It's not just about techniques anymore. It's
Yeah.
about expanding his awareness and seeing beyond cultural differences to a shared human experience.
That makes sense. So he goes to America with this new understanding, ready to bridge the East and West.
Exactly. He wants to share this path of self-discovery, and he does it through Kriya Yoga.
Right. We talked about it before, but can we go a little deeper? What does it actually involve?
Sure. Imagine it's like a technology to harness your life force.
Okay.
It involves breathing exercises, meditation, all designed to help you grow spiritually, become more clear mentally, and improve your well-being.
So it's not just sitting around chanting.
No, it's very practical. The yogi presents it as a scientific method
Interesting.
to expanding your consciousness and reaching your potential. It's about experience, not blind faith.
I like that it's not just about otherworldly experiences.
Yeah.
It's about how these teachings can impact our everyday lives.
Exactly. And he doesn't just talk about it, he lives it. Adapts to a new culture, builds a community, and keeps seeking deeper levels of realization.
All while meeting some fascinating people along the way.
Right. It shows the power of his message, his ability to connect with people from all walks of life, scientists, artists, religious leaders.
Sounds like America was a whirlwind of experiences for him.
It was full of challenges and triumphs.
Did he ever go back to India?
He did, and it was full of mixed emotions, joy and sorrow. We'll explore that and his legacy in the final part.
Okay.
But for now, what's resonating most with you?
I think it's amazing how he balances these extraordinary experiences with his humanity and his commitment to helping others.
Yeah.
It's inspiring to see him bring these ancient teachings into the modern world. Welcome back. I'm still thinking about all those mind-bending stories and ideas from before,
Right.
but we're not done yet, are we?
Not at all. There's still more to uncover.
Okay. That.
As we focus on the yogi's later years and what he left behind.
Right.
Remember, he went to America to spread Kriya Yoga, and that journey takes some unexpected turns.
Right. We left off with him back in India after 16 years in America. What was that like for him, going back to his roots after everything he'd experienced?
Imagine those emotions, the joy of being home, but also seeing the poverty and suffering that was still there.
It must have been bittersweet.
It was, and it deepened his commitment to helping others. He believed education could make a real difference.
So it wasn't just about bringing Kriya Yoga to the West. It was about using his experience to improve the world.
Exactly. He saw that real progress had to address both the inner and outer world.
Hmm.
He started schools in India, teaching a blend of spiritual and practical skills with moral values, too.
It sounds very holistic.
It was about helping people reach their full potential, not just spiritually, but in every way.
That reminds me of his guru, Sri Yukteswar. He also valued that well-rounded education.
Absolutely. It's like the yogi was carrying on that legacy.
It is.
And his work went beyond India. He kept traveling and lecturing around the world, sharing Kriya Yoga and inspiring so many people.
It's incredible the impact one person can have. Did he face any pushback, though? I mean, it couldn't have always been easy introducing these Eastern ideas to the West.
Of course, there were challenges.
Yeah.
But what's interesting is how he handled it. He never forced his beliefs on anyone.
Right.
He emphasized that Kriya Yoga was universal. It could fit with any religion or belief system.
So it wasn't about converting people or dogma. It was about connecting with your own inner self.
Exactly, and that message is still relevant today, especially when the world feels so divided.
It really is.
His life is a great example of how to build bridges between people.
As we wrap up this deep dive, what stood out to you the most about the yogi's later years?
I think it's his dedication.
Yeah.
Even with all the demands of running an organization, traveling, writing this book, he never forgot his own practice and his commitment to serving others.
That's a powerful reminder for all of us to find that balance between the spiritual and the practical.
It is. It's easy to get caught up in everyday life and lose sight of the bigger picture.
It really is.
But his life shows us it's possible to live with purpose, to make a difference while staying true to yourself.
And in the end, he expresses gratitude for his gurus, his students, everyone who touched his life.
Right.
It's a beautiful reminder that we're all connected.
Yeah.
And he leaves us with a message of hope, belief in the power of spirituality, and a vision of peace and harmony.
A vision we can all strive for.
Definitely. That's the beauty of this deep dive. It's not just about one man's life. It's about learning and applying it to our own lives.
Exactly.
It's been an incredible journey exploring this book. We've covered so much.
Yeah.
From past lives and miracles to Kriya Yoga and service. I hope you feel ready to explore even further on your own.
And as you do, I want you to think, how can you bring a little of that yogic spirit into your life? What small steps can you take today to create more peace, purpose, and connection? The journey doesn't end here.
It's just the beginning. Thank you for joining us on this adventure.
Yes.
Till next time, keep seeking, keep exploring, and keep diving deep.